today we'll be on the new PC. I'm just going to go over briefly what we have before we get started. So we have, for the case, we have the Lee 11 Dynamic XL. We have the Ryzen 9 5950X for the CPU. We have the ROG Crosshair 8 Dark Hero for the motherboard. We have 1TB F7 NVMe SSD. We have the AO cooler, which is the NZXT 360mm overall for the fans. We have one spare fan just in case I could fit 10 fans in overall. And then we have the premium Noctua fans, 120mm also, and all with a titanium grade efficiency for power supply of 1000 watts by Corsair. So it's a bit mismatched, like there's nothing like one full brand worth of like tech here, because I got the best build for the best price in my mind, a good value. And also we have the RAM, which was quite expensive, to be honest. At the time it was £250, now it's gone up to £350, so it's actually increased because, you know, it's hard to get most of this stuff, and it's really good RAM. It's 32GB each stick of 3600 megahertz. It's so 64 gigabytes overall, and I was going to think about getting 128 gigabytes, but then I looked back at it and it's £100 more expensive. So I'm just going to wait if I want to upgrade anymore, because I realised that there's, when I was looking through all the reviews for the CPU, that the new Ryzen CPU is like all 4 DIMM slots being used and not just 2 in comparison, so they perform better over 4. That's really the only reason why I'd actually have 120 gigabytes. I mean, I'll benefit from it because I use, you know, I edit, stream, and I do quite a lot of stuff at once. And we can't forget about those browser tabs. There's so many open. I've got so much to watch. You know, educational purposes, Linus Tech Tip stuff. Yeah, how else am I supposed to learn? You know, during a pandemic, of course. But yeah, about a good. You can't buy the motherboard. You can't buy the case. You can't buy the fans. I think about a good 80% of what I have right here you cannot actually get your hands on right now, and what you can actually like pre-order, 6 months to a year you have to wait. So yeah, let's get started then. I think that explains quite a lot. Also, I'll be reusing the GTX 1060 out of my old PC that's to the left of me over there, because, you know, getting my hands on the ever elusive 3080 or 30 series cards in general isn't happening anytime soon. So yeah, let's get started with the build. Just put my gloves on first. Okay, so I don't have a lot of room, and we're just gonna basically be building off this kind of chipboard table. So I'm gonna put the gloves on now and get started with everything. This is really the only sort of anti-static stuff I have going for me, is the gloves and just discharging off the back of the case, really. So yeah, not a lot of room, and I don't really want to put any of this stuff on of the extra area, which is just a bed, unfortunately, so we're going to make do what we get. So yeah, I'm going to install the motherboard first and then build it inside the case, because it's, you know, grounded right now. So right now it's just kind of focusing on this off area, and we're going to probably just take apart the PC case. But luckily this case is very easy to disassemble. The 11 Dynamic from Lee XL, so you just kind of like, there's a little like flip back here, you just kind of put it down, slide it across, and then it comes off the top. And that's the top bit done. Didn't damage that, that's let's put this down here for the time being. We're going to take this off, we're just going to touch up from the bottom. It should just kind of slide off. Makes a bit of a squeak. This is glass, not acrylic. It's got nice padding actually on the back of it. That's why it has that sort of a fresh case smell, some would say. Let's put this down here as well. Okay, so everything's more or less pre-installed. I have not actually opened this at all. I only took out of the bigger box today. Wow, that is some premium packaging. I don't remember how much this cost, but it cost enough, and it took long enough to get here. Oh, it's not in this any sort of like anti-static wrap like I was assuming it would be. It's just kind of covered in this plastic, and it's really like, it's origami style at the back here. the Republic of Gamers. My old PC actually is the same Republic of Gamers motherboard, because I wanted it because I just thought, wow, it sounds amazing. Even though this has the same sort of certificate for some reason, I don't understand why. We don't care, Asus, just leave Lee and Lee alone. Quite a lot. So you've got those 4 RAM down here. It is an AM4, and we've got, I think it's dual graphics card as well. But yeah, it's got quite a lot going for it, and this is where I'm going to put the brackets for the AIO cooler as well. Let's get out of the box and put it in, and then we're going to probably screw it down first. Yeah, just try and check where the holes are. Come on, you get in there. Oh, it was on the tip and I lost it. There we go. Crap. Good thing it's magnetized. Oh, how I wish, oh, how I wish I was lying the PC case down. Yeah, it's like, you sure don't lie it down on the, against, you know, the table. Nah, you'll be fine, right? Nope. Oh, they're making nice to each other, the stupid screws. Like, I had 2 on for some reason. Get it on top of the screwdriver. There we go. Oh, for God's sakes. Okay, let's put it in. This one here, yeah. We'll put them all in. Come on. In you go. It's gonna hang off a lot up top. Yeah, I don't know which ones I need, but I just gotta find the screws. There we go. Can you just get on top of the screwdriver, please? I'm trying to dip in the screwdriver in the box and it's not working. It's being held together by 2 screws right now, it's not great. So I'm still holding it. Don't do this at home. It's a very expensive drop. And the way it moves. Rip. Come on, there we go. Why I gotta be so difficile? Don't tie it too much, but... Okay, I can now remove my hand. Get off. Okay, we'll use you then. Not even the right screw. Okay, never mind. This is so annoying. Oh dear. It's so annoying building like this. I'd rather... Can you see that? Bit better now, yeah. So far I've just got in the 3 screws at the top here, and then I've just put in 2 screws down here. I'm just gonna put all of them in pretty much. Just like undo this bit here. There we go. Okay, let's take this out. This is what you get. You get a lot of like packaging inside the packaging, like it's like supposed to protect the CPU. That's right there at the top of the case. There's nothing in the middle. You would think that you'd... It's also kind of like side heavy because that's what the CPU is, but it's just this, and it's kind of just useless. This is what we want. So I'm going to discharge a lot more right now. And yeah, be very careful. So this is in its anti-static material right now. I'm going to put it down. Just going to discharge right now before I do anything else. So I'm going to take this off right now. So then you can see it kind of shifts back a bit. Like, there we go. You can see it shifting. And then that's what it's going to do is lock those pins in place. And there we go. It's just going to lock the CPU in place. Don't know where it's specified. It's going to lock specifically the pins. The CPU is going to be flying. So that's not what it's going to be. Let's take this off. It's got that nice sticker that I might put on the front of the case, but that's the only stickers I actually use are these sort of Ryzen ones saying it's Ryzen, it's Windows, or it's whatever. Like, that's the only things I use. I'm not sure what you can see right now in my hands, but I am being extremely careful. So you always, always, always pick it up from the side. Okay, I want to know where the triangle is first. So the triangle is down here. Not sure you can see that very clearly, but yeah, you can see the triangle quite clearly actually. It's right there, and that's why I want to match up like that way. So you can see that it was over there. Get rid of this. Never touch those pins, never touch those pins. Kind of got to shift it in this sort of fashion. It's annoying because if it's not like seated properly, because it's, you know, this orientation, it's super annoying. I'd rather it lie down. Okay, just hold that in place. Don't want to force anything. And I don't want to let go. I'm concerned. I don't want to let go. I felt it kind of like seed in properly, so I know it's not going to fall out, but because it's like held up in that sort of fashion, it's not lying down, I didn't want to let go. It's just really concerning to like put it in without the case being like, you know, lying down fashion. But that's the CPU installed. That's another terrible task out of the way. Put that in there, and we're going to do the RAM now. So we're going to use these, okay, so I don't think you can move these ones. I don't think it's peeling. I don't think I can peel that. Do you think I can peel that? I don't think so. Like, it's just kind of glossy looking. But okay, yeah, you can't really install this incorrectly, can you? He's an idiot, ladies and gentlemen, an idiot. Don't tell him. He'll figure it out soon. There we go. It's kind of a bit like, it's not seated in yet. There we go. There's the click. I could just do it in the middle, but yeah, it clicked in. And there's the other one. Whoa. Oh, look, this plastic packaging sucks. Just to tell you. Yeah. It's easy to install the second one after you've done the first one. It's just hard to see. Like, there's no lighting here for me. It's just like touch and go sometimes. Okay, there we go. There you go. You hear the initial click and you hear like a little click, and they're both installed adequately. It's like, it's good enough. It's good enough. Moving on. Currently we've got the CPU installed, and we have the 2 RAM sticks installed, and we've installed the motherboard. So that's a good start. It's a good start. Yeah. Considering we were at nowhere at the beginning of the day, we were somewhere right now. The fans here, I could do the AOs, whatever. Undo this mounting bracket. Where the hell is the AO? Oh, it's over there. The AO cooler we have. The all-in-one. It says build the extraordinary. I didn't realize we were going space shuttle or something. We have the 360 mm. It comes in like this sort of egg container for some reason. I didn't realize I was buying eggs today. How very fancy. That makes us quite a good omelette. It's kind of stuck in there actually. Yeah, the 2 flaps on the side. Okay, let's get the box out of the way. Nice. So the radiator is here, we have our fans here, we have what's going to go to the CPU to right here. Okay, so let's get the radiator out. Okay, so it's kind of like already looped together, as you would expect. It should have the, yep, it has the, what's it called, thermal paste pre-applied, from what I can tell. Radiator kind of slides out of there, nice. These are the, okay, that's the wiring for it. And I was like, these are the fan. That's not the fan. Okay, there's one here. This is what the other fan that's a spare I have looks like. Quite nice looking fans. We're just going to mount them all on the radiator. I hope this is the correct orientation for the fans. Because if not, it's going to be annoying. Okay, so we need these longer ones, and that's the mounting onto the bracket and the CPU. You just got to figure out which one is the AMD version. It should be quite obvious. Well, it's kind of ripped anyways, this bag. Okay, it's like, I know I'm not immensely strong, but that's just pathetic. Come on. Just sitting like ripping a piece of plastic. Can I just get some scissors out? Just want to kind of make a cut in it, like, not cut both ends, but just kind of like a make an incision style. I know it's going to just fly everywhere if I do that stupid, yeah. There we go, cut it. Let's kind of make a little pouch for it, so I can get the screws I want and then keep the ones I don't want inside for the time being. Okay, that should go in like that nicely. Okay, there's one washer. It's actually quite easy to line up. You can see the light. I can see the light, damn it. The light. I hope this is the correct orientation. It barely screws. There's nothing really screws into, to be honest, when you think about it. We'll kind of just put them all in at once and then just like thing it. Or two on at a time, I don't know. Oh, what a hot. Yeah, can you get the screwdriver? There we go. Is this going in? I love how it's all magnetized, but that's not really helpful half the time. Okay, that's one done. And that's the easy part. One. This should line up then, right? There we go. That's what we like to see. No, it looks like it's slightly off. Like the hole's here, and it's kind of like to the right of it. It's not lined up properly. By its own design. How the hell is it fitting in on top of the case? That's what I've always. Oh yeah, this bit here, right. I forgot what the top of the case was for a second. It's like, how is this working out for you, lass? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, it's going to screw into here, right. So we're going to put the top back on, yeah. The orientation of this was... Yeah, okay, fair enough. I took it off just to check what it looked like. Come on, line up for me. There we go. Yeah, looking alright. Huh. We have enough washers to my knowledge. You don't need to install all screws, as you probably know by now. It's just kind of choice, either yes or no. Hopefully that's going to be fine. So I'm going to kind of nope, I've installed this backwards. Okay, because I want to hide the cables, so I want to have it the other way around. I forgot, like, when you put it up and around, it's going in like that, and that's going to be at the front, and that's going to be a problem. So let me just undo this quickly and then turn it around. Yeah, add it back to front. Anyways, luckily it doesn't be held in by a lot, but it's kind of lifting up still. because there is some pressure on it because of this one screw over here. Oh, right, there we go. Installed it backwards because of, you know, cables. Actually, we put it down quite nicely, to be honest. There we go. Oh, they really do shift a lot. Damn. Okay, there we go. Not immensely tight, just enough so it's like, you know, kind of like tight enough so it doesn't fall off. Okay, so that's good for now. We're just kind of installing the fans, you can kind of see. Yeah, I know it's not great camera work. It's a one-man show. Darling, you get what you paid for. It's free, so it's not a lot. It's 4K, so you get that at least. And it's good quality, kinda. I say kinda. I didn't promise, did I? Did I promise good quality? Lighting? I don't think I promised that, did I? I'm gonna do like a diagonal fashion for the meantime. This one like the first one. There we go. It's always the first one. Okay, we're gonna leave it loose, otherwise it's gonna be a problem. Can I get the washer, please? Little screw is holding the washer. Like this tiny screw here is holding on to my washer. Let go. Let's go now, damn it. There we go. Oh, so I can washer this. Is this even lined up? Kinda. It's gotta go a bit to the here. I think that's it right there. Oh, not magnetized. I think that should find it. There we go. Nice. Come on, pick it up. Pick it up, you. There we go. We need another fan, yeah. I knew we were missing something. Oh, is this ripped slightly? Yeah, okay. We don't want that inside. Okay, let's get that out. I don't want you inside my radiator. Yeah, and it wasn't just blowing spit all over the radiator. Yes, what are you doing? I'm just blowing some spit on the radiator. I thought I might as well lubricate it a bit before I use it. Oh no, that's not. It's kind of overhanging on it. It needs to seat down a bit more. There we go. It just wasn't very good. It was kind of like on top of this one. No, it wasn't going to be good. There we go. I will probably put all the long screws in for it. Don't really want to have an issue of anything like popping off for no reason. Like, oh, it fell out. It should be like, oh, it doesn't want to fall out. Come on. All the washers are like huddled together and they're not magnetized to my knowledge. Only the screws are. So the washer's like, no, don't take me now. Take me later. Okay, so these are fine. This needs to turn around a bit, yeah. It's all got NZXT in a sort of weird fashion because these move. So I was like going by this, and then I messed up here already. It's like, it doesn't matter sometimes. No matter how hard you try, sometimes you just gotta screw up. There we go. Take you out, put you in here, here. Just poking the plastic covering area. Come on, no, you're too far. You're too far, lass, you're too far. Oh, no, I see why now, the cable's in the way there. That's why. There we go. Perfection. Ah, a little bit of cheese, a little bit of wine. A little bit of a downtime for gaming should go a long way. I know I've moved it over there and you can't see me do it, but there we go. You might be able to see it now. This is on the screws. Oh, it went straight in. That's a professional screw, and it's not actually hit the hole. There's the hole. There we go. Can't see half of this, but it's alright. You're not supposed to see all the mess up. Yeah, zoom out a bit. Okay, so that's all installed, hopefully the right way around, because that's why is it going that way? It's going to come out, it's going to come down like that, you know, like a wave, and we're going to groove. Yeah, I got a anti-discharge. I haven't discharged in a while, have I? So far, all we've done so far is put the mounting bracket back onto the AIO, and we're just going to make sure it doesn't fall off. So we're going to now install this, hopefully, and it goes well. Okay, I see now. And it's gonna go back a little bit. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Let's get initial ones in first. I don't really want this dangling, but it's the best we have to do, unfortunately. I know. He's a monster, man. I was like being a real idiot about this. Just like, for the time being, I'll just hold it like that. I don't know why I wasn't doing that to begin with. There we go, I'll just hold it like this and then install it from here. You're a genius after like 5 years, yeah. It took a while to understand how that's gonna work. Maybe we should have installed the radiator first. I don't know, either way. Oh, forgot it's magnetized, isn't it? If I don't center the oh, come on. If I don't center this, there we go. Probably have it like there, should we? Okay, that's about right. Yeah, here. Yeah. Okay, that's one done. This is super awkward. And the washing. Oh, for God's sake, I gotta like hold this one hand, thread it one hand with the washer. Look, it's on top. Come on, get in there. Yeah, we'll do all 4 corners first and then do the others later. As long as it's like straight line, I don't want like wonky looking radiators. Your radiator's a bit wonky there, love. Oh, I knew there's something wrong with it. Okay, top here, washer here. It's like tiny surgery. Oh, and the gloves are so annoying. Okay. Oh, for God's sake, I missed. That's what she said. No. None of that. Oh no, too far. Bring it back. Yeah, we go. Yeah, I just nudged it slightly, thinking, oh, I just tap it a little, it'll be fine. Nope. Alright, come on, you screw down. There we go. It's so much harder than I initially thought it was going to be. Like, one-handed style is horrible. Like, you do need 2 people sometimes for this, especially for an AO. Like, so this doesn't happen, like, the holding part. Oh, it's painful. I don't know what I'm doing. Just put the screw on top here. Put this here. He's like, he hasn't got to cable management yet. No. No. We're not there yet. If only we're there. There we go. Oh, we can let that hang if we want for just a little bit. We can kind of like rest it. No. Don't really want to. Yeah, it's got the thermal paste applied. That's what this is, thermal paste. If you couldn't tell, that's what this is. It's not great, I know there's bad lighting. We'll zoom in. So what we did is just installed the fans, radiator, as much as we did for right now. And we're going to uninstall these here. One-handed as well, apparently. All one-handed style, because we are good. But
it's not turning. What the hell? The thread gone on or something? Jesus, those are stuck. Okay, please tell me this is gonna come undone. I don't want to ruin the screw, because if it gets stuck, that's a problem. Come on. Ah, screw it. I use a big one. So like this might help. Yeah. Ah, come on. Okay. Fine. I don't know how big you are, but it shouldn't be any bigger than this, right? No, it's not any bigger than that. It doesn't even fit, for God's sakes. It doesn't fit. Maybe this was a trick. This looks like it fits extremely well. There we go. Someone just really tight, like they done by a machine. Yeah, that's way too tight. They shouldn't have never been that tight. Because I was gonna ruin the screw fit. It just wouldn't come out. I had a problem building the desk. Like I ruined the header of one of them, and it just it got stuck for the drill bit stopgap, the drill stopper, to have it at a certain length. It got stuck inside the little round circumference thing that prevents the drill from drilling any further down than you want it to. Because I was new to desk building, so I put that on instead of like with this little tape thing. It actually works really well, the tape. I recommend if you want to build a desk, like have the measurement on your little screw driver tip end. You want like 5 mil or 5 centimeters. Put some tape around it, and tape's better than that little drill stopper, whatever it's called. I forget, head stopper or whatever. Don't know anymore. But yeah, recommend that instead of using a stopper, because the metal stoppers, after you, because they can come loose and they can actually be a problem. They can cause issues, as the head of the screw can just like be worn away to the point of no return. And yeah, this thing's in the tighter than I thought it was. Sweet baby Jesus. Is it coming out? I don't know. That's a lot of leeway. Yeah. Oh, it's on together. Right. No wonder. I don't know. How long are the screws for this? Crikey along. Oh dear. They're not even that long. Why is it? I don't know. They're only this long if you can see it, but like, but the amount of like effort required to get this out was not needed. Definitely not needed. No. Okay, that's one. Let's straighten that up a little bit. Jesus, that was wonky. There we go. So what we're going to do is, you can see those big holes, those 4 holes. We're just kind of screwing these into them. It should, if for God's sakes, if I can line this up. It should go on like this. There we go. One is what it takes to start off. They kind of like rattle back a bit, and it's super annoying. It kind of, the one sucks all the holes for the threads out. Oh, for God's sakes. There we go. Nice. I've got limited storage, so I might have to skip a few things. I don't have more than 120 gigabytes of 4K SD card, unfortunately. It costs a lot. There's like £200 for those SD cards, and I can't edit it off. Well, I haven't got any PC anymore, so I can't edit them. That was really bad English, but you get the point. I'm gonna have to like skimp on the full build, showing you everything. I mean, not skimp on it, but like not show everything. It's unfortunate, I know. You're going to hear my lovely voice for hours upon end. Okay, there we go. That's all 4 of those installed. Nice. So we've just installed all 4, and then we're going to install this bracket. You want to probably have it like that. Yeah. Tightened. It feels like this should have a washer for some reason. It's getting that as tight as possible already. For the now, yeah. And well, by hand, of course, because you've got to screw it in. Holy moly! The cable management is going to take so long. But yeah, I'm just going to do these 4 holes, screw them in by hand, and then probably just add more of the screws to the fan and the radiator. That's what I'm going to do right now. So I'll just stop recording for a sec. Okay, so update for you guys is we've fully installed the AIO. We've just did some cable management, that's what took so long. I didn't actually fully install the screws because if these are the wrong orientation I have to flip them around, so that's going to be a problem if I fully install the top of the fans. So just going to give you guys a bit of a better view hopefully. So yeah, where we are right now is I'm going to probably just install the PSU at the back. So it's going to go here. My hands just kind of go whoop, and you can't really see it, but there we go. Whoop. It's going to go like that for the PSU. Yeah, there's because these driver bays, they've got so many cables coming out, and I'm trying to deal with them pretty much at the back right now. I'll flip the case around later, but for yeah, right now it's kind of annoying to have all these driver bays in here, and they're all kind of plugged in, and yeah. Can I unplug them? Doesn't look like I can unplug them. That's a problem that I'm facing right now. But yeah, all in all, I'll peel off the stuff later. But yeah, most of it is just cable management for the time being, and just annoying overall. Yeah, I've increased a bit of room on the desk. Maybe you can see if I can change the angle. Don't mind the cable management mess. Let's put this back plate down on the floor, damn it. Before it breaks, I'll try and get a better view for you guys. It don't lie, it's a heavy case. Jeez. It is heavy, not gonna lie. That's the best angle I can probably do for right now. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is just put the PSU in at the back here. So I'm just slotting it in that bit there, as you can see. And I'm just going to take out the power supply. I mean, I would might just install the fans first, but I think I get the PSU because I got I kept a few SATA cables, and I'll get that done right now already. This motherboard pill is annoying me. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We could do the fans, could do the PSU. I'm doing the PSU now. I do fans last, I think, pretty much. It was so dark I had to use a light. It was dark until the light came. These are not good angles. I've got limited room, as we've established. I actually opened this when it came. It's like the motherboard. Get it in like this. This is just to ground myself, so this is slightly in the way right now, but also out the way. Let's bring it out like that, there we go. So this is the PSU, this is the 1000 watt titanium grade, or titanium efficiency PSU from Corsair. This actually arrived quite quickly, to be honest. So we're going to go something like, just remove this. Silent in operation at low to moderate loads. In this mode the fan will not spin. Nice. It's got really good efficiency basically. The fan's going to go this side, and it's going to go in like that way, because that's not going to do anything for it. So it's going to go like that. It's got like a sticker on it regardless though. Well, it's not a sticker, it's also got like, you know, its own sort of AX1000 on it. Okay, there's a few cables that are just kind of like, there's SATA cables down here. Let me just undo this quickly. Didn't undo these earlier, I thought I did. Thought I got them all, sir. No need to worry. Bit of fine, it's just a bit of a cable tie. There we go. Let's get this out the way. Can't confuse what this is for right now. Oh, the PC, the case has RGB, and that's what this is for right now. Okay, I get it. Yeah, that makes a bit of sense now. Just get it out the way. Look, it's in the way of the PSU. It's got like a little like plating area. You can just like go down. All these cables and issues in my way. I always wonder why it goes in like that way instead of that way, but then it just takes less room, you know? So I'm just gonna slot it in like this. It kind of sits on a platform. It's quite nice. I think the drivers are in the way slightly. I'm gonna have to go in a bit deeper to get it in, yeah. That is annoying. Ah, okay, there we go. No, yeah. No, that's the cable there. Okay, cable's out of the way. Oh, these actually do come in a bit to the power supply. There we go, nice. You can see it kind of lining up here now. Okay. Oh, that's better. I just need to get these screws. Oh, it's not really like lined up properly. Yeah, oh, okay. We'll do it by these bigger ones. Yeah. I'm just going to screw that in now, and then that's what we're going to be doing. So we're just installing the power supply right now for the 24 pin cable right here. I'm just installing that now. It's a bit of a mess back there, cable management wise. No, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I wouldn't want to like look at it right now. It's these driver bays, they're really annoying, so all the existing cables are already pre-attached and they're just kind of like in the way. I'm trying to get them out of the way, but yeah, not too much luck, unfortunately. So just installing the 24 pin right now, and that's where we are currently. Also the SATA cable is quite longer than I anticipated, so it's slightly annoying, but nonetheless, we're getting it done. You go down there a little bit longer. Bringing the cable from in here and wrapping it around from the back, and then that's what I'm currently doing. So just find the optimal way to like push it through here. Yeah, and then just gonna like, it's quite a big arm to be honest. Yeah, there we go. It's kind of nasty. It kind of jumps out. Oh wait, does it flip around, or is this the correct orientation? From my understanding, this looks like the correct orientation. No, it's not. It's... Oh, that's not the correct orientation, is it? Nope. It's got to go in... Oh, this braid is horrible. Okay, it's just kind of stuck. Yeah, okay, there we go. It's got to go in like that, like... It feels really horrible to bend it like that, but well, it's going in. Gotta like force it to go in, it's really horrible. Yeah. I'm bracing for impact. Okay, let's see, it was going in. I was trying. There we go. Yeah, let's like cable manage that a little bit better later. Oh wait, it just comes out a bit more than expected. Yeah, maybe if it came from here, either way, should be fine that way. Yeah. Or maybe I should have had it from the top down. There is quite a bit of cable. Let's see, it's just a way it's going to look nice, so if I don't really want to take it out, it was a horror getting it in. It might be a horror getting it out. Yeah. It's going to be a horror getting it out, let's leave it in for now. Like, I don't really care about the look of it, it's the raw power of this build really. So it's not amazing cable wise, this is just kind of coming like really far out. Like it's not bending the way I want it to. That's annoying. I'm going to try. If it does something like that, it'd be good. That'd be really nice. There we go, that's what I want. That's better, yeah. Now the back here doesn't matter too much because it's just going to be against the driver bays. But yeah, one you would assume hit the head on the case. It's dangerous, this build. It's life-threatening to my glasses. Man, this braided cable is really tough. Like it's not bending the way I want it to bend. It's kind of annoying. But yeah, so these are actually quite nice because the way they kind of like you can rotate them. And that was to get this like screw in. It was really horrible, like it wouldn't go in because this was in the way. So this is gonna have to curve like that. It's fine. That's not a problem. This can be tidied up a little bit. Jeez, let's just throw that one in there. There's not much I can do about this cable. It's just super short. I could probably wrap it around something, but it's whatever. It's fine for the way it is. Yeah. So overall, that 24 pins now installed. I did a few SATA cables installation, but not bad looking. We're gonna probably do some fans actually. It's looking a bit bare bones right now, but no. So we'll do the fans and then underneath, yeah. Okay, so all the fans are now installed. So we've got 3 intakes at the bottom, 3 intakes from the side, exhaust, and 3 exhausts at the top. We're just going to install the SSD NVMe, and I think it is the 4th generation one, the with the heatsink. So the little wafer's there, and then the heatsink is right there. Zoom in a bit for you guys. There we go. So we just have to unscrew this bit here. I didn't have to do this, but that's for the other one. That's gonna be horrible to get to if I want to put it into, add more storage and put it into RAID and faff around with that. But we're just gonna do that now. Just undo this bit here, pop it in, and put it in. But yeah, this was so nice. It's on the fans because they didn't require any sort of screws. They have these little sort of like anti-vibrational rubber things. Cut my gloves quite a bit, but yeah, that was quite nice to install them. These are pretty nice fans. They feel really good as well. And I was able to fit the one on the very left as well, as you can see there. Like I was able to fit that last 10th fan in here. But later down the line, they'll all be replaced with these ones, the Knoxville fans. But yeah, overall, not looking that bad. As you can see, we've successfully installed the NVMe SSD. The issue is the screw. That screw there is so small, especially with the heatsink in the way, that I dropped the initial one, but just trying to get it in there with this tiny screwdriver is hell on earth. Like, if I can, I put the screwdriver away I think, but it's small, the smallest screw you can ever see, and it is hell on earth. There it is, that tiny piece here. This tiny screwdriver, sorry, tiny screw cost me hell. This is held together by a thermal pad, so it does move, and it is quite heavy looking. It's kind of lighter than it looks. I thought it'd be denser. It's just got copper coils inside for, you know, heat dissipation. But yeah, overall it's not a bad heatsink. It's an added cost to the Sabrent SSD, but you know, you could also just put on the thing back on that it comes with, and it's going to have its own thermal pad on it, but it won't be as good because these things get hot quite quickly, the SSD NVMe's, especially this one because it's the Gen 4. But yeah, it's looking not bad. I think just right now what's left to do is just put the GPU in. I'm using the anti-vibrational like little rubber that comes with it right now, and then I use it for here as well. So I'm going to buy about 4 more of these. They're really expensive. They're like £26, but they're really nice. Look, they feel really nice. So I didn't use any screws. I just used the rubber, which is kind of I can get addicted to this type of situation. Stop that. But yeah, I also need to fish for the 2 screws I dropped. The one for here, and I dropped another one prior for another that I was screwing in earlier. But we've done some nice cable management around the sides here. Just getting the fans in, because some of the that weren't long enough. Like this one here wasn't long enough to just reach like there or something, and it was painful. So I had to use the extender and wrap it around, and it's going up to the top, something like that. So yeah, a lot of cable management. And yeah, got to get the GPU out of the old PC and then put it in this one, and then it's pretty much just tweaking a few things, cable management, and then it's pretty much good to go, I think. Yeah, I think I've got everything installed apart from the GPU right now. I'm just looking at all the empty boxes just lying around the area, and it's like, yes, every empty box is everywhere apart from the GPU, because we couldn't get it, could we? It's a shame. Also running out of like data storage on the SD card for the camera, so there's only so much I could show at periods of time, and there's also low battery, so it's unfortunate. What we're doing right now is we're just going to transfer the old GPU over here to the new system over here. yeah, this is history in the making. This is like 5-6 years old, and this is hours. Well, it's not even turned on yet, so still no. It's like it's hours old. Like I've done something to it, like yeah. Okay, so we were able to uninstall the GPU from the old PC. It's because on the old PC case there's the side GPU mount, and you can mount it sideways. But that was getting in the way of removing the GPU from that PC case, so just gonna clean it off, and then we're gonna install it, and then run a few more cables, and then cable manage, and then we should be done for building it. So right now we're installing the GPU. Give it the old 1-2 blow clean. No, I did a dry clean on it. The heatsink actually does dip. You have to like hold it for a while when you install it, otherwise it's not going to set properly. It just kind of went over it with toilet paper, so it just dry cleaned it, so it's better, but it's still a bit dusty. It's been in the PC case for 5 years, has not been taken out for a true clean. But all in all, it's not looking too bad. I got rid of most of the dust. I need to clean that PC after I do this build, so we're just gonna. I've taken out these 2 bits here, so we're gonna install it. Make sure, yeah, that's the right way. Line up. This is the correct orientation. Can I get it in nice? Oh, it's not clicking in. What's camera keying in over here? Oh, I see now. There we go. Kind of droopy. There we go. That's good. That's what you want to hear. I'll have to like force that to go out a bit, because this is a difficult angle. There we go. I can force it, but it won't be good. You don't want to force the GPU too much to like yield to the PC case, or rather the PC case yield to the GPU. But we gotta do what we gotta do. It's just this bit here, the end bit, like the bracket. You just gotta kind of force them together. They click together, but it's just getting this last bit together. Alright, I'll do the top bit first. I don't think these are very good with magnetism. I'd rather, yeah, I'm trying to get this to yield to that right now. Well, let's try and get this one in then. Here. I need a screwdriver. I need like 3 hands right now. Okay, finally it kind of seated in a bit. Okay, this one's kind of awkward positioning. Awkward as heck. Yeah, that's fine. Everything looks to be good on this end. Okay. Okay, there we go. There we go. Come on, sit in, sit in, sit in. In. Oh yeah, you know the BIOS is gonna be so quick in comparison to this build, because there's all the screws have caused me problems today. The BIOS is like a dream, a cakewalk in comparison. There we go. Yeah, I just needed one to be in properly, because the other one, this one here, is not doing too well. Poor little screw. There we go. It was just kind of like hanging there. Alright, then we need to get the cable and wrap it around probably here, or try and come underneath. I think underneath's better. I don't know, I'll let you guys see how it ends up as. I'm not too sure right now how it's going to be cable wise, but that's it for right now. We've installed the GPU. We will replace that GPU with the RTX 3080 when we get our hands on it, but all in all it's pretty much finished at this point. Just cables, cable management, and that's pretty much it. So I'll catch you guys up probably when it's fired from the BIOS. Okay, so all we're going to do right now is just going to test to see if it runs, and if not, then we've got a problem. Okay, next power is on. Let's give it a good. Oh yeah, never mind. Start.
Whew. That is breezy and loud.
Okay, the fans are Jesus Christ fast. We need to change the fan speeds to like. I actually got cooler. Like I feel cooled down now. Let's change that. I don't really care. I think you can change it in like a setting or something, the orientation of that. But just gonna test it again just to check all the fan speeds. Is that dust? No, it's not dust. Fair enough. As a test run, looks good. Close everything up. I just added the monitor like seconds ago, so we enter the BIOS right now. Yeah, everything seems to be loud. You can see me, hello, wearing those gloves, even though they don't really exactly, you know, they kind of peeled a little bit in my right hand here. We enter the BIOS, and I'm just going to be editing, well, messing around the BIOS right now. I just kind of let it run for a bit. So yeah, overall it's looking pretty good. This motherboard has the BIOS updated to the latest BIOS already, so that's good. I didn't have to like mess around with a flash drive or, you know, put an older generation CPU inside the motherboard for it to actually update. The BIOS would be the pain, but luckily, you know, this newer ones, or the newer ones, should come with the new BIOS, or the newest. So yeah, that's good. We're just going to tweak out the fan speed, change the memory frequency from 2100 to 3600 pretty much. It's got the 64 gigabytes of DDR4, 34,000 megahertz speed, the Ryzen 9 5950X, if you can see any of that. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see with that sort of sun directly on us. I closed this one, but that one's kind of open right now. It's all looking pretty good. It's just got to tweak the BIOS slightly, and then we should be putting it over there. Oh yeah. So that's what we do for a while. Okay, so what I did was I installed Windows onto a USB drive. It's 8 gigabytes minimum it asked for. And then what I did was I messed around the BIOS, changed the RAM to the correct speed, changed the fans to the correct speed so they were quite a little bit, you know, not as loud anymore. And what I did was I turned it off after that, because then I realized I didn't put the USB in the back at all. I didn't put it in. And what I did was after I, you know, downloaded it on and everything else, but you can do that before or whenever you want to, I turned it all off, put the USB stick into the back of the PC. And then as soon as I booted up, it didn't even go into the BIOS. It asked me, Windows, would you like to install this, yes or no? And pretty much installing Windows right now, so that's where we are at. But yeah, it's not like I have any sort of Ethernet inside my PC. Like, there's nothing there that's externally attached to the internet.
You don't actually need to be connected to the internet to install Windows, because it's just basically an offline installation really. But yeah, it's very quick, very easy, and a very simple process. As soon as you get the Windows like installer installed onto your USB, you can just put it into your PC and it'll pretty much recognizes it for you, or at least it did for me, and it said, oh, Windows is here. Do you want to install? Yes, no. Select your language, press install, press custom install, that you only want to install Windows, you know, because you're not upgrading, and then after that it just does it more or less all for you right now. Like, I can show you, just finished doing what it wanted to do. And yeah, it's currently the fans, but it's just loading into the Windows, getting drivers ready and stuff like that. Okay, so right now we're just saying no to everything they're asking us. So they want to know my data, no. My name, no. My ID, it's no. Just say no to everything so they can't take our data away from us. And we're doing we've said we didn't have internet, and then we start pressing no on everything so they couldn't claim or take as much data as they require and, you know, use that against us pretty much. So we're just accepting no. Accept. Let Cortana help you with things out. Hell no. Not now, darling, not now. I'm busy fixing the world. One strange video at a time. You can get things ready somehow, but you're offline. I've not connected to the internet whatsoever, so it's fine. Obviously, because I haven't done that, it's gonna probably have to, you know, maybe it might have done a few drivers extra, but it's whatever. Yeah, I gotta stop recording because the memory's like pretty much depleted on this SD card, and I have no other SD cards. I need to buy another SD card. Goddamn. That's a lot of SD cards. We took a bit of time to sort out some of the issues that we were having. So the power button wasn't working. There was also an issue with the fans,
and I think that was about it really. So it's been like a day since then, and I also kind of edited most of the video, but yeah, it was really loud, and went into the BIOS and changed the RPM. I assumed that 2 of the fans weren't regulating the correct RPM, but it was just one of them. It was creating such a loud noise. It was actually up like max RPM. It just, despite being on a 4-pin header, and you can regulate it on a 4-pin header to change, how fast it goes, it was actually like it was on a 3-pin header, and I wasn't able to actually change the RPM of it for some reason. It was weird. So right now it's actually running at idle, and you can hear it, kind of, maybe. It's on right next to me, and I'll show you guys. So yeah, it's I don't know, I was zooming in, but yeah, it's hardly making any noise, and you can see you got this fan running, this fan running. It's not running because that's the one that's creating that like 20 to 40 decibel noise. It's going like 1,000 to 900 RPM or 2,000 RPM, whatever the max is. The rest are all running is just fine. It's just that one fan, the one intake fan, that's causing all these problems. And I just was wondering why it's so horrible. I assumed it was 2 fans because just how loud it was, just how annoying it was. Like, it was giving me a blistering headache. But yeah, it's running just fine. It's maintaining a cool 29 degrees, 30 degrees around there on idle temps. So it's currently just doing nothing really apart from just in Windows. And it does spike now and again, but this is a heavy, like this CPU gets really hot. So when you try and do something like when you first open it up, it goes to 50 to 60 degrees. But it does maintain that 60, 70 degrees. It doesn't really go up. Like even when I was editing the 4K footage and scrubbing through it, it maintained a nice 60 degrees. And obviously with this one extra fan now, it's gonna be a bit cooler overall. That's why it's dipping down into the 20s, which is really nice to see when all I've got is just windows open and nothing else. But yeah, but without the power button working, I've had to like only turn it on via the motherboard, because you can see it's got like a little start button there. A little round circular white light is the start button, and yeah, so you can see like this is the reset, this is the USB, there's, we've got some headphones, mic and other stuff, and we've got the changes the RGB on the case to, I've just kept it rainbow theme, like rainbow theme kind of mouse and like rainbow theme keyboard. We're just keeping, and the rainbow theme back at the monitor, like the RGB ring. So we're just kind of keeping it rainbow because I can't be bothered to change it. This RGB here inside the motherboard that changes as RGB, which is just rainbow as well. So just kind of set everything to rainbow pretty much. So it makes my life easier. And you got some more RGB down here. Like everything just comes with RGB. I'm like not like particularly fussy with it, but yeah, I mean I think I could change the how it's like purple around the NZXT like display on there for the reading the 30. I think I could change that to rainbow if I really want to, but it's nice the way it is. Like it's absolutely fine. I don't really care too much about the color of it all. Like that's not really what I'm into. It's all about the raw power, performance, how much I can get per my money. That's going to be not like over the top, but also it's not like really bad quality. This is a really expensive machine. But yeah, I wanted to show you this. Like, so press the power button and it stays on, and everything else works fine. Like if I want to press the reset button, I'll press the reset button, it'll reset the PC, and then the fans will ramp up and then they'll slow back down again, just the way they should do. And it's maintaining a nice 30 degrees at the moment, but when it loads into it, it will of course kind of like get hotter. Like when it tries to do anything, load application, the CPU does get hotter. So that is like the Ryzen 5000 series do have heating problems. Like it just gets hot for no reason sometimes, but it does maintain quite a nice temps generally. Sometimes this doesn't update properly until the NZXT software is loaded, so that is also a problem. Like it's not exactly like always working. Sometimes there's an issue with the software. As you can see, it loads and then that might change in a second. But yeah, when it gets all the information, it would then like tell you, okay, the liquid is this, the CPU is this, the GPU is this, and you go, it's changed now. So sometimes it takes a second for it to all load. So it can be a bit slow to get the correct readings for the CPU. But I think even that reading's off by like a degree or two anyways. I don't think it's very accurate, but it's within a margin of error, that sort of CPU reading for the temp on the display. But all in all, it's not bad. I installed everything I possibly could. I haven't installed Windows yet. It's just that it doesn't always come up. Sometimes the Windows activation thing disappears. That's the only thing I'm left to do really, like on the PC. And then I fully set it up, like Windows and everything else. But yeah, we installed all the drivers when we like signed in to, you know, the online part, and because we installed Windows offline, you know, we didn't actually have to redo everything else. It just goes, okay, you signed offline, all you're gonna do is just like, you know, go to your Ethernet, plug that in, or connect to the Wi-Fi, then you install the Windows, install like the drivers, update to the latest BIOS, but luckily mine already came with the latest BIOS, and luckily I was able to check, you know, it says your BIOS is this and this is the latest one. But yeah, just the power button doesn't work, and this one fan doesn't work. Well, it doesn't regulate the correct RPM. It works, but it is a nasty RPM because the decibel, like, it was like someone constantly talking, and you're trying to do something, and it's super annoying, and you just want to tell them to shut up, but they don't listen to you. It's not. But yeah, it's nice that you can regulate the pump, the speed, and the 3 fans with the NZXT software. So if you install that after you get the all-in-one from it, it's really nice and it's really simple. And see, look, 60 degrees just because I opened up a bit of software, but it's not that loud in comparison to how it used to be. But that 60 degrees to 70 degrees, it doesn't really go above that much, and I think it can withstand 95 degree Celsius temps anyway, so the CPU is within the temps it should be regardless. So all in all, it's not looking that bad. It took a lot of time, okay, a lot more than expected, because all the errors that kept coming up, like with the fans, like if you wanted to disable the fan because they class as CPU fans, you have to go to the BIOS, you have to go into monitor, you have to go down to the CPU fan, you have to go and click on the drop down or the plus or minus on the keyboard and go to ignore to actually deactivate the fan, like pull it out of the motherboard. Otherwise, well, you know, take it out. You don't want to like force anything, but you know, it would say if you want to take the fan out without going through the BIOS first, it goes, oh, there's a CPU fan error, not recognizing this fan, and because it's monitoring that there's nothing there when there should be something there. So that's the problem when you try and deactivate a fan or disable a fan. So yeah, I had to mess around the BIOS a lot, and this monitor, due to its efficiency, doesn't like to access, well, some of the pages, like it goes black screen, connecting, takes forever to load up because it's more power efficient than my previous monitor. They have to use the old monitor to access the BIOS right now. So I think that's currently an issue with these new monitors. They're too power efficient maybe, or I'm just not like using the settings correctly to like keep it on all the time. It's the new LG 4K 144Hz monitor, and I'm not sure why it's not allowing me to access the BIOS. I haven't really thoroughly looked at it, but for right now I'm having to use the old display to access the BIOS if I want to change anything, which is kind of annoying because I don't really want to have to keep an old monitor on hand, you know. So I might have to like look at that issue. But yeah, all in all, that's the 2 issues that's been solved, and the only thing left really is to get our hands on the RTX 3080, which I'm not sure when that's happening, but hopefully it's happening soon. But yeah, not bad. Considering there's stuff I've never done before, like, you know, it worked out just fine, I'd say. Just, you know, 1 fan, 1 power switch. It's not that much. It's not bad. Though I think if I rounded, like, if I add everything up and included the RTX 3080, I think it's about 3,500 for this PC, like in pounds, which is like $4,000 maybe. I'm not too sure exactly on the conversion rate, but it's probably around that much. But obviously, you know, due to tax and everything else, it's more expensive over here. So it's more as numerical. Like £3,500 over here is like $3,500 over there. Like numerically, it's transferred over the same, but pounds is, you know, worth more than the dollar. So yeah, that's why it's like that tax and everything else you pay upon like parts. It's just so expensive over the UK. So that's the only thing we suffer for. It's like if I want to buy a £5,000 machine. In the US, it would be like £6,000 over here because of 20% VAT on everything. So 20% of 5,000 is an extra 1,000. So yeah, but you know, it just varies from country to country. Not bad. We got a good desk out of the, what was it? How long did we build the desk? Like a month or 2 ago now. And then just built this PC. You know, it's pretty much done. Just, you know, GPU. 1 fan and power button, which will actually getting a replacement for the power button soon because I contacted the manufacturer. I contacted Lee, and they said they have a front I/O and they would send it over when they can. So that's good because I rang up who I got it from. I think it was Overclockers, and they said we haven't got anything in stock for another 30 days. But they said that Lee had some stock, so they said to ring them first, and if not, then ring them again because, you know, if they don't want to play ball, then I get it from them. But all in all, you know, Overclockers, you know, really nice people. They know what they're doing. You know, really helpful, and I'll definitely buy from them again. Scan, I'm gonna go back and contact them because obviously it's a Sunday. Their opening hours on Saturdays were quite like short, so I couldn't really contact them. I couldn't email them, but all they're gonna do is look at it tomorrow morning, then a phone call. You know, they look at the emails first and then phone calls, but I'll ring them up and make sure it's done. You know, because sometimes some things don't always go through in email. Luckily, Lee and Lee did it fine through email, but I want to talk to some people at Scan just to make sure there's, you know, a good sense of communication, because that's what you want from most companies is, you know, communication. But I did stress test the CPU and using Cinebench, and I stress tested the old one, so maybe I might include that in the video or into a different video. But yeah, it is really nice. The scrubbing is like so clean, like any sort of work that I used to want to do. It took hours on my old PC. It takes like minutes. It's so nice, and scrubbing, you can actually see the footage. That's just how nice this is in comparison. Like editing this video was like zero stress to edit this video. It was like so nice. It was just too smooth. Everything you wanted. But I'll keep you guys updated on like the power switch, the GPU, and the fan. And you know, obviously I'm gonna get another monitor, one of these, if you can see that from there, another one of these monitors. And yeah, keep you guys updated in a more later video, because I doubt I'm going to be able to get my hands on the monitor that's sold out everywhere, the GPU that's sold out everywhere, the fan, which I can probably get my hands on because I think there is more in stock anyways on the website which I bought it from. It's called Scan, and the power button should be coming soon. So I'll keep you guys updated on, you know, the progress, because I really like my dual monitor setup. Like for streaming, like 2 monitors is so nice that you have chat, everything else you want there. You can look at chat, because Twitch, when you want to stream, is really horrible because the app is like, okay, you can see chat sometimes, and it's like really inconsistent, which is really annoying when you want to try and, you know, talk to your audience. So yeah, Twitch is mobile is kind of trash, and they need to update it, because chat doesn't work properly. Like it works sometimes, and to close the app down, reopen the app, and then it works for a small period of time again, and sometimes it just works just fine, but then majority of the time it's like really inconsistent, which is really annoying. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Goodbye.